Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How long has it been? What's up, guys? Island Trader FX here. I know it has been a while. Definitely more than a month. Maybe they're about 2 or 3 months, maybe. Um, of course, I took a little break. I said I was going to take a break for a month. But I really think it's been 2 months. Yeah, so oftentimes, in life, I would say, people do slip up, and for me, in that case, it would be with the videos and not being consistent. But regardless, it is continuing and not stopping. That is what's important to push forward. But I hope you guys have been doing well. I've been doing okay as well. Haven't been trading as often, but I do have a 50K evaluation that I work on every now and then. I did take some trades last week on Nasdaq. Nasdaq played out pretty well. I think I took 3 trades. All 3 of them worked out. So I'm going to try to do a top-down analysis on that, on all 3 of those trades. I don't think I journal any of those trades, so I have to journal those trades. So the top-down analysis would be good. I do have a recording of a gold trade that I took yesterday, I believe. Yeah, Friday. Friday was NFP. So I'm gonna be putting that in there. Um, the losses, I'm gonna screenshot some of them and put them there. But on that account, I think I'm down maybe what 1.5% or something from the 50K. I still do have a goal set for the year. As you could imagine, it's already the 6th month of the year, so half the year has essentially gone. I do intend on hitting that goal before the year ends. Um, I will also be showing you guys in the video what has been taking a lot of my time, taking up a lot of the productivity section of my time. So we're going to see a little bit of that in the form of an island snip. But yeah, I hope you guys have been good. But guess what? I'm back. I'm not even gonna lie right now, but everything seems brand new to me. Um, this whole recording of videos and everything, man, I'm not going to. You see, those last 6 months, I'm really going to plug in and do the work that I have to do. But nevertheless, we're on the chats. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. I should have a recording of gold. I was about to say XAU USD, but of gold. I should have one of the trades that I took on Nasdaq recorded, so I'm going to put that in there. Um, but yeah, let's just jump into the top-down analysis. So you'll see the video, you'll see the play out, how the trade played out, and then you're gonna see, of course, the top-down analysis. So here's how the top-down analysis went for the gold trade. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just jump over to the daily. We're gonna jump over to the daily. As you can see, gold has been moving bearishly. for quite a while, right? And of course, that is the main foundation or pinnacle of a trade, which is the trend. So gold has been moving bearishly for a while. So we wanted to go ahead and take a shot into those lows here. If you do remember any of my previous recordings, I tend to take my TPs at 4 hour lows or daily lows or highs, right? The close of those high point, those peaks, whether it be highs or lows. That's what it is. So you could see gold has been moving bearishly, for a while. We could see this push up here, weakening out this high right here, only for gold to push lower. And then you could see another break of this internal low that they created to push lower. So when I came onto the charts, I saw all of this. I saw the sweep of those highs here, which happened quite a while back. But then I could definitely see that gold is pushing lower, right? Sweep of this low, still trying to push lower. So what I look for is, what I noticed, sorry, again, is after this push to the downside, sweeping this low right here, of course, they left behind a 4 hour FVG, right? They came into that FVG, of course, and what I did, I went down to my lower time frame to see how they reacted within that FVG. And you could see a beautiful reaction right after they entered here. They push all the way down, right? Leaving 1 hour fair value gap. And then around that time, I noticed that there was another 1 hour bearish FVG which was formed. So all I did was just waited for gold to come back into this zone here, right? Of course, price always likes to rebalance itself. So buy orders came in. This is how I view it. Buy orders came in, rebalance itself. What I did, I put my TP above this high right here. Of course, this high is now the intermediate term high. Of course, why? This is something that I've discussed on the channel already, intermediate term high, because it has a high on the left side and on the right side of it. So it's so-called the ultimate high, right? I covered this right here. And what did I do? Of course, I targeted my 4 hour close. And we could see that after gold tap, gold drop, I believe all of this push to the upside was in London. And Friday was NFP. And then you had a massive push to the downside for NFP. You could see that price hit our TP in no time. Continue dropping for a little while though, but that was the trade on gold. Very solid trade, by the way. Um, wish it would be like that every day. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to Nasdaq. Nasdaq was some trades that I took last week, I believe. Um, all of this big bearish movement to the downside is that's Friday, that's NFP. But Nasdaq for the most part, NQ, SPX, all of them have been moving bearishly, and this is why I took those trades. So I just want to kind of just show you guys what it is and how I took some of those trades. I took 3 of them. One, the thing is, you have to journal your trades, right? The idea of taking trades and just take it and then you're done with it. No, that's not a good thing. You have to journal your trades. When you journal your trades, when you go back to the charts, you get a better understanding of what happened, why you took that trade, why you entered, etc., etc. All of those trades I did not journal. Because of the video, however, I went back to journaling 2 out of the 3 trades. The third one, well, it would be the second one. For some reason, I just cannot pinpoint where I took it and how I took it. But I'm going to go ahead and just play out the other 2. So this was essentially the last one that I saw. The last one that I took, sorry. So like I indicated, Nasdaq has been pushing bullishly around that time period, and you could see this massive expansion to the upside, doing what? Creating a bullish fair value gap, right? Price came back down into the zone, this bullish fair value gap. Let me go ahead and draw a box if you're not really understanding what is taking place here. Okay, so there it is. Price came back down into this bullish fair value gap, right? And what did I do? I went down to my 50-minute time frame. Your time frames have to um your time frames always have to intertwine with each other, right? So if you're looking at a POI on a 4-hour time frame, more than likely your entry should be on a 50-minute time frame. So this is what I saw when price came into this 4-hour time frame. Okay, let me open that up. Right, we could see price was doing some bearish work in the short term, right? This high is critical in entering, right? So at one point when I came to the charts, I noticed a beautiful push right here, expansion, boom, leaving behind 150-minute fair value gap. Of course, we don't just depend on one singular 50-minute fair value gap, right? So after price went ahead and created this one, they pushed again, created this one, and they also swept and close above this high that they created. That was more than enough confirmation for me. So what I did, I waited for price to retrace, right, rebalance into that last 15-minute bullish fair value gap, and I tackled a 4-hour close. So that was the 4-hour close. I know it doesn't look like that, but if I jump to the 4 hours, the 4-hour time frame, yeah, you could see for yourself this peak right here. Go down to my line chart. This balances off perfectly, as you could see, right? And this is where my TP was for that particular trade. Beautiful trade. A 1 is to, I'm not sure if it was a 1 is to 2, but whatever it was, it did play out, right? 1 is to 1.7, almost a 1 is to 2. And the very first one that I took, that one was kind of I would like to call it a on the spur of a moment type of trade. Price is bullish, of course. When I came to the charts, I noticed that price kind of swept in with this expansion to the upside, swept this high right here. What did it do? It left behind a bullish fair value gap. Price came back. I waited for price to come back into this bullish fair value gap, and I look for the next high that price would, go ahead and try to target um, before continuing to push up. And of course, we know when price targets those highs, you will see some type of rejection after those highs are swept, and that is what we saw here. Price came, swept this high, right? That is marked by this green line, came back into our zone. We entered. This was the next high that we targeted. The purple line kind of, aligns with that high. And we could see that after price entered right here, price swept this high. Boom, our TP was it. And then price melted to the downside. And of course, we could have entered again, but that was it for that particular trade. So, all in all, this was some of the trades that I took. I did take some losses. I'm going to screenshot that there as well. Like I indicated in the intro, it's a 50K val. Looking to pass it, not anxious and like, searching for trades. You know, there comes a time in trading where you're no longer chasing the trades and you're no longer trying to get there quickly. You know, everything is a process, and you know that, through experience, when you take your time and you do things, you don't put too much pressure on yourself, you just win in the long run. So I'm not going crazy about this 50K. Of course, when I do pass it, yes, is the potential to make money, a lot of money is great. Before the year ends, I do have a goal of 300K in evaluations, right, before the year end, and 200K in funded. There's a difference between evaluations and funded. 200K in funded accounts. So, I'm not too crazy about that 50K. I'm going to use this 50K when I do pass it to leverage and get more accounts. And this is how we're going to move forward. But yeah, that's it for the trade. That is it for the top down analysis and all of the market work. Stay tuned for the island snip. Um, this is also what I've been locked into for a little while. So thanks for watching. Ciao.